This is one of those jobs that's actually quite hard with one hand. I still haven't learned the door won't open. Although it's not long now till it gets fixed. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Actually, the reality is somebody got a little overexcited on the drive to work this morning and I had to take a 10-mile diversion. I'm pretty sure that what I need now is coffee. I just got a fun-looking delivery. Oh, no idea what's in here. It's a late Christmas present, perhaps. Thank you for growing the Tesla community through the referral program. We appreciate your patience, as we have had your program awards customized to your preferences. Here's a small token of our appreciation this holiday season, and we wish you the best in 2017. The Tesla team. Awesome. We have got, ooh, it's a new key thingy. Oh, that is quite nice. I like that. The only problem is though, I also do quite like my abstract ocean. You know what? I might give this to Soph for her key because I don't think she's got a key cover. What else have we got? A lolly travel pouch. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like it could easily be handy to somebody who lugs cameras around the place all the time. Oh, nice. Fantastic. Now I do have one small problem today. Last night, Soph let me know that I have been signed up to a half marathon on the 12th of March. Yikes. I have got lots of work to do because it's been like 2 months since I've been on the running machine and the weather looks absolutely delightful today. So back on the running machine. I need to start doing this every day now again, clearly, otherwise this half marathon is going to kill me. Soph's doing the half marathon as well. Because she's a little bit more diligent with the running, she could run a half marathon tomorrow and she'd probably do pretty well. So I need to make sure I don't let the side down. I better get on with that running. Wow, that was painful. Ah, that's better. What I was going to talk about today is would I lease or buy an electric vehicle? And I think really it depends on the kind of electric vehicle, and specifically I think it depends on the size of the battery and whether it's cooled and things like that, and what your sort of feeling of confidence is in that battery. That is a very expensive part of any electric vehicle. If you've only got a small one, then to do the same number of miles, you have to cycle that battery so many more times, and you have to go deeper into the battery's charge and charge it up fuller. And while some manufacturers will tell you that that makes no difference, I disagree. Everything that anyone has ever told me about lithium-ion batteries, or I've ever heard about them, is that if you use them right in the middle, then they tend to be happiest for longest. If you were going to store them, you'd want to store them at about 60%. That's why I tend to charge my car to 70% when I'm at home in the local area, because it gives me enough range to go further if I want, but at the same time, it's not a high level of charge for the car to just sit at. And typically, I don't go below sort of 40–50% if I stay in the local area, and even if I drive a bit further afield, we're only really talking down to about 30% before I want to stop and get a coffee. I'll tell you which of the 2 electric vehicles I've owned I would have leased if I had my time again when I get back from picking up Jasper. Okay, so now Jasper is all safely home and it's all good. I bought the Nissan LEAF. I should have leased it. Reason being, I sold it 2.5 years later. So I took a massive great hit on depreciation and then pass it on to somebody else who's got virtually no depreciation on that car. It's the classic new versus buy conundrum. Now, the difference is, with the Tesla, I'm planning on keeping it. Yeah, no, I am planning on keeping it. That is still the plan. It's cost me a little bit of money, but honestly, it's not cost me that much when you consider it's done 61,000 miles. You know, that would be the equivalent of a 5-year-old car at sort of normal 12,500 miles a year rate of aging. That's not too bad, actually, if I look at it that way. You can't keep a car for a long time if it's going to constantly require a new battery, or if the battery is going to degrade to the point where it will no longer do the job you need it to do, which would have been the case with the Nissan LEAF. It was the old 24 kilowatt hour model. After 36,000 miles, I reckon it had lost about 15% of its capacity, which isn't bad, But 15% when you only start with about 80 miles worth of range, especially in winter time, it puts it down to about 50 miles. It would be impossible to visit my parents, for example, without stopping to charge midway, which for an hour and a half's journey is kind of crazy. Thanks to Ecotricity and their new let's charge £6 for 30 minutes, it wouldn't even be massively cheaper either. Whereas the idea with the Tesla is, even if it had 50% battery degradation, and bearing in mind that after 61,000 miles, it looks like it's lost about 5–6%. If you look at that, even at 50% degradation, you're still looking at a battery that's capable of 100 miles. Actually pretty decent, pretty comparable to other EVs that you can buy brand new right at the moment. That's the thinking. We'll see how it goes. With leasing, there are definite advantages. You get a new car every 3 years if you keep doing it. It will always be in warranty, so you'll always know what you're going to be spending. That's always handy from a sort of budgeting point of view. It also means you don't have to worry about things like battery degradation. The negative side of leasing, however, is you do have to be quite careful with the mileage, otherwise you're basically going to wind up buying the car by putting so many miles on it anyway. That's certainly one of the things that puts me off leasing generally. It's put me off leasing so far. I mean, I did 36,000 miles in 2.5 years on my Nissan LEAF, so it would have cost me something to hand it back. So I took, what did I take? I took about £14,000 worth of depreciation on that car, whereas the next owner has probably in the last 2 or 3 years taken £4,000 worth. Okay, it is a slightly less capable vehicle because of the drop in range. Leasing definitely has advantages from a peace of mind and knowing what you're going to be paying every month point of view, and also staying up with technology. And one of the things about Tesla is they do improve the cars all the time, so getting a new one every 3 years has got a bit of a silver lining to it. I've got a pre-autopilot car. Nothing I can do about that now because I bought it. If I'd leased, it would only be another 6 months and then I would have a full self-driving hardware car, and that would be awesome. Problem is, my wife probably wouldn't sign off on the new lease, so actually I would be in a completely different car. It's still an EV, of course. Maybe a Renault Zoe 41 kilowatts. I'm a big fan of range, you know, having driven a lower range car, 24 kilowatt hour car for a while, definitely you want to have enough power in the battery to run the heater in winter time. You want to be able to drive more than 35–50 miles without having to stop and charge in winter. I mean, you know, that is the thing, buying versus leasing. It often boils down to people's personal preference more than anything else, and how they want to arrange their finances. Some people like monthly payments, some people don't like monthly payments. When it came to the car, I thought it better to make my bed and then sleep in it. I can't believe I completely forgot to talk about battery leasing. I've never been a big fan though, generally speaking. I kind of figure I would rather lease the whole car or buy the whole car, because I'm always a bit concerned about, you know, what happens if the company goes poof, or it changes its mind, or it decides to do a GM EV1 type scenario. I don't like, no, I'm not. Battery leasing, not a big fan. Okay, it's getting a bit dark now, so barring any super exciting snow related fun that may be had later, which at the moment it's still just raining like crazy, no sign of any snow yet. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next installment of my daily vlog. Bye. Well, oh, there we go. Fantastic. I love snow, I really do. I mean, it's like, there's just something so amazing about it. I want to live in a country where it snows regularly, I really do. Ah, snow does the weirdest thing to me. I'm so sorry, I really am.